Yo, what's up, guys? I'm gonna be talking about the worst kind of people. The worst kind of people out of all pretentious people. The worst are the comic book elitists. Now I'm gonna explain to you why. Why it's the comic book elitists. Just think about it for a second. There are gatekeepers of everywhere. I've heard the anime gatekeepers that are like, man, you hated me because I liked anime in middle school, and now anime is popular. And you like anime? Yeah, like those kind of people are annoying. But I can kind of understand that villain origin story, where they're coming from. But I'm not gonna even defend them. They're still losers, okay? And then there's like the comic book elitists. They get mad at you for not reading the comic, which makes me a little bit like, hey, maybe these are, wow, this is consumerism done right. Wow, if I was a comic book publisher, I would be happy about these kind of fans. Like, you better read the comics, son. You better. But there's a spectrum to these comic book elitists, because I just think they say this, man, go read a comic. Go. I'm actually just speaking of this because of what happened. I saw Speed. He was dressed up and I was like, dude, this is fire. This is the Black Flash. Holy moly. Twitter comic book elitists are the worst. They couldn't believe it. Wow, this very popular guy, he's making Black Flash I thought Black Flash was mainstream already. He's not that unique of a Flash villain. He's not like super unknown. He's in the show. He's been adapted into a show, a very popular show. And if he didn't read the comic, if he read the comics, if he did, who cares? This is fun. This looks nice, man. Why are you so mad? You need to get your fat, crusty fingers off the comic book page and just relax a little bit. Look, guys, I love reading comics. Comics are awesome, but I think it's even more awesome when your favorite comic book characters and their stories get adapted into films. Like, that's kind of the mainstream. Guess what, guys? Hey, spoiler alert. People don't want to read comics. The mainstream, they don't want to read comics. I'm sorry to tell you. Because look, man, the average Joe just rather watch a movie than go find a comic. That's just how it is now. And yes, unfortunately, they may be missing out on some good reads, all right, that have been popping out. While some comic book movies have sucked recently, but comic books that are physical copies, of course, they're just not as accessible as they used to be. I think it's a dumb idea as a comic book reader to get mad at this average Joe for enjoying a character they only saw in the movies and not source material. I think about the time, man, I yearned for Moon Knight to get introduced into live action. I thought it would be so cool, and I was like, man, I need to see this dude in a movie or something. And I was so excited to see him finally get more spotlight. I mean, the most we got out of him was his 6-episode show, nothing else. I just don't understand why people don't want to see comic book characters get more popular, especially ones that were very boring in the comics. Look at how much enjoyable and likable they are now. You aren't gonna say read a comic to that, huh? Are you? I mean, just look at DC, the love it's getting now. Guys, this is good. This is good. DC, we know how the DCEU was, man. Look at it now. Look at the promising future it has. And more people love DC. That's a good thing. More people liking DC. More DC movies. More and more. It reminds me of people that don't want to see like their favorite underground musicians be famous. Why are you willfully saying, hey, I don't want you to succeed for my own sake? Man, I had my sister one time back in this was around 2018. I was in middle school. I was a middle school boy. I didn't know much music, man. I mean, I knew music, but I wasn't into it. I didn't know what a playlist was. I just knew the song, to look up the song I heard before and look it up and play the music, and the music would play. Yeah. But my older sister, nonstop, she would talk about a lot of music, and she loved Blade, Young Lean, Echo 2K, yeah, that kind of music. Maybe you guys know them or you don't. So yeah, back then she loved, and she told me about it. I didn't like their music back then, but then a couple weeks later, I'm like, wow, this is cool. So I have my own playlist where I'm liking the songs that she told me about. One of them was XXXTentacion, and then there was Blade, and then there was these people, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to this song because I liked it and it was catchy. And then she got mad I added the song to my liked songs. Why would you be mad about that? Well, you told me about it. Anyways, I laugh at that story with my sister all the time. It's very funny. Pretentious people are very funny, but comic book elitists are the funniest ones. They're just hilarious. I mean, they've always existed, but recently, oh my goodness, on Twitter, I have never seen more insufferable people in my life, and yeah, they're just losers. It's like, who cares if this person reads the comic or they don't? But yeah, I mean, don't be a comic book elitist, man. All right, comic books are awesome. I love it, and I love it even more when I get to see my favorite characters be in a movie, be in a show, in live action. If it's done right, if they don't sell it and make it trash. So yeah, they get shows, movies, and even games. All right, games is like the final form for these comic book characters, right? You get to actually play as the character you like. That's cool to me, man. But yeah, just be awesome, be chill, be cool. Don't be a comic book elitist, because they aren't cool. Love your comics, but don't, be mean to people and say, go read a comic.